So let's do it. Welcome to the Tech Intersect podcast, where we explore the intersection of law, business, and technology, the new digital economy, and how it can impact and transform your life personally and professionally. I'm Professor Tonya M. Evans. I teach at Penn State Dickinson Law School. I'm the author of the new book, Digital Money Demystified: Go from Cash to Crypto Safely, Legally, and Confidently. And we're doing a new thing this year. I'm inviting you to join me on LinkedIn Live each week as I record my podcast episodes. And I invite you to join me with your comments, your reactions, your ahas, your oh no's, your pushback, your reflections in real time, because it takes a village to navigate all of the legal and business twists and turns as innovation in the tech space marches on. All right, we're starting off this new year tackling an essential question. What's the future cost of your current financial decision? What's the future cost of your current financial decisions? And it's not just personally, but professionally. And actually, we are experiencing yesterday's costs today. And if you want to do something new, get something new, you have to do a new thing. Folks, today we are diving deep into the world of FOGI. I might have made it up. I don't know. Drop a comment or shoot me a message on social media if you've heard FOGI or FOGI. So I'm making this up as I go along. But the fear of getting in, FOGI, versus and in comparison with FOMO, with which we're all familiar, fear of missing out. So let's unravel these fears and see how they're shaping the financial and professional future. And I'll share some tips and tricks and resources with you to help empower you and to help you level up, reskill, upskill, and prepare to pivot. Today, we're going to talk professionally and personally. So in my journey through this world of digital finance and cryptocurrency, I don't have a tech or finance background, but was introduced to this magic internet money, or so I thought at the time, in 2017 by a friend who was exploring the intersection of new media and blockchain technology. I didn't understand fully, or didn't even really want to know at the time, the inextricable link between crypto and blockchain technology, but I was interested as a legal professional, as an intellectual property lawyer and law professor operating at the intersection of intellectual property and new technologies. And I describe in my book, Digital Money Demystified, my entire experience of falling down the proverbial rabbit hole, emerging 2 weeks later, probably in the same pajamas, saying, oh my God, this is going to really change and transform the world, not just financially, but in terms of this technology and all that it will do. And so I've noticed two prevalent fears. I've even experienced both of them at some point since 2017 when I began working in this space. One, again, is FOGI, this idea of the hesitation to embrace new technologies like crypto. And then there's FOMO, the other side of that coin, pun intended, to rush into investing or changing your business strategy, or anything that causes you to be driven by the hype cycle rather than standing on prudent information, doing your own research, educating yourself, reskilling, upskilling, and the like. Obviously, both can be extremely detrimental. And I started to wonder which is worse, or maybe they're both the same. So let's talk briefly about what FOGI, I guess we'll call it FOGI, is. And this idea that there's this voice in your head that's telling you to steer clear of the unknown. Especially as a legal or financial professional, we are trained in mitigating or avoiding or eradicating risk at all costs. So the idea, personally or professionally, is steering clear of the unknown, sticking with legacy or traditional investments, And that's rooted really in a lack of understanding, because we truly fear what we don't understand. And I argue that that's probably what's holding back many professionals and many investors from embracing the digital revolution as an investor or someone who represents and advises them. But here are 3 reasons why FOGI is fugazi, as I like to say, because it makes me laugh. 1, you miss the digital revolution. 2, it limits your growth potential and opportunities. And 3, it causes you to lag behind in knowledge. And the knowledge gap widens exponentially as we continue to march on. So let's take each of these briefly in turn. 3 reasons, again, why FOGI is fugazi. This idea that you missed the digital revolution: cryptocurrencies or cryptographically secured assets and blockchain technology are reshaping finance, but not just finance. Do a quick search on your favorite search engine and just put your current industry and blockchain in the search and see all of the things come up that you probably have missed because of your reticence or hesitance, or this idea of FOGI, fear of getting in. And by getting in, in many instances, that's just learning or understanding more. I find it intellectually lazy to just say it's a fad, it's a scam, it's for criminals. I deal with those top 10 myths in my book, Digital Money Demystified. And I believed each of the myths that I tackle and demystify in the book as well. So I'm offering to you, through the exploration in my book, my own experiences and vetted and researched material to help support you and at least demystify the space to make it a bit better, because I don't want you to miss out on opportunities. 2, the limited growth. So FOGI restricts your investment portfolio potential. It denies you of opportunities for diversification and growth. That's on the personal investment side. And professionally, again, even if you never invest, but it limits your opportunity and your relevance. And 3, that leads to 3, causes you to lag behind in your knowledge base, in your foundation. Not understanding emerging technologies keeps you from making informed decisions, a critical aspect of financial empowerment and professional development. Now, as I said, the other side of this coin is addressing FOMO. It's pushing you, or oftentimes, to jump in head first without due diligence. And here are 3 not so distant reasons, or I should say it a different way, common reasons why FOMO is an absolute no-no. So it's risk without knowledge. Every investment, every new opportunity comes with some risks. And given the volatility of this nascent asset class, obviously you will experience greater risks and also greater rewards. That's what we see since Bitcoin's first emergence in 2009. Oh my goodness. As I'm talking right now, I realize today is Bitcoin's birthday. Bitcoin was officially, lovingly launched into the world. Thank you, Satoshi, whoever he, she, or they are. January 3rd, 2009. Bitcoin was first introduced into the world. Happy birthday, Bitcoin. Be sure to stack your stats. Not legal or financial advice. But I digress. You're watching this live on LinkedIn, but others will be listening on Friday, January 5th. So hang in there if you're listening to this. But January 3rd, 2009 was when we saw Bitcoin come into the world. Anyway, back to the point of this idea of risk without knowledge. When you dive into deep waters without knowing how to swim, that's a bad idea. But it doesn't mean the water is bad. It means you need to learn how to swim. And that's what I encourage you to do. Because with FOMO, even if you have upside rewards, it's unsustainable because it's built on sinking sand. It's not built on anything of substance. There's no metrics. There's no data analysis. There's no prudent research. And so it's unsustainable. You might get lucky. You also might get wrecked. So many people, when they were chasing the price of Bitcoin during the last run up to almost, or if not 67,000 per coin. Got in at the top of the hype cycle. Warren Buffett is famous for saying, among other things, be greedy when people are fearful, and fearful when people are greedy. There was a lot of greed. The fear versus greed scale was on exponential in the greed department, and I want you to avoid that as well. Now let's talk about professionally. So let's dive into some numbers. The cryptocurrency user base has skyrocketed even in the midst of the crypto contagion of 2022. Shout out Sam Bankman-Fried, you're a horrible person. Enjoy your time in jail. The cryptocurrency user base still building. One of the fastest growing demographics is actually women. Black investors actually over-index in cryptocurrency, largely as a result to the lack of gatekeepers or the deleterious impact of systemic marginalization, right? You don't need anyone. It doesn't matter who you are, where you live, who you love. You can get a wallet, you can participate meaningfully without a gatekeeper, and that is quite attractive to communities that have been systemically marginalized. But we're looking at a market cap that in the past has crossed the $2 trillion mark in USD equivalent. Before, it's moving back into that realm. We see Bitcoin really, and Ethereum and some of the altcoins as well, really moving in a positive bullish direction. It's very frothy in the ecosystem or in the economy right now, but with an upward trajectory. Right now, and I'm looking at coinmarketcap.com, the market cap right now is at 1.65 trillion today. Again, I'm doing this on January 3rd, 2024. And this isn't just a fleeting trend. It's literally a digital tidal wave. That's not to say that there won't be bumps in the road as well. This is for any emerging asset class or industry. It will experience the same volatility and uncertainty and gray areas of legal and regulatory compliance issues that needs to be shaken out. But with the all but certain advent of spot Bitcoin and Ethereum exchange traded funds or ETFs, we have to stay on top of this. This industry is transforming the way that we need to think about money and business, entering into contracts, facilitating or automating performance. All of that is being transformed, and not just in the financial space, but again, supply chain, entertainment, healthcare, intellectual property, public records. So much is changing. You have to stay on top of this and really understand the new terrain. Now, for my legal eagles out there, blockchain technology, especially smart contracts and the automation and performance of certain if-then propositions, is definitely changing the way we need to think about entering into and enforcing agreements. It's not just about new technology, but really a whole new way of creating and enforcing contracts. And certainly for my finance friends, with a significant portion of your peers recognizing blockchain's disruptive potential, but only a few really feeling confident about it. You had the luxury of time, particularly when the government was not only not encouraging banking and financial industries from learning more, but also, more importantly, discouraging through what I talked about when I testified before the House Financial Services Subcommittee on Digital Assets, Financial Technology, and Inclusion. That was back in March of 2023. All that is going to change, and you need to be ready for that. Again, with the all but certain approval by the SEC of spot Bitcoin and eventually Ethereum ETFs. So what are you risking? You're risking being left behind. And then, so here's the straight talk. Falling behind in this digital race isn't just about missing opportunities, but it's risking your relevance in your profession. We're already seeing the repercussions. Professionals facing legal challenges because they haven't fully grasped this new paradigm. And there are just only a few law firms that have developed substantive practices in this area. So you're losing the opportunity as more and more business people and investors are turning to and learning about this space. But here's the good news. I have written a white paper recently that's it's designed really to it's very substantive and supported, document, well researched, about 19-20 pages long, full of resources, information as well. Whether you are excited about this or apprehensive about the crypto evolution and revolution, is really crucial to step up and to engage and at least to learn. So that white paper is free. You can go to proftonyaevans.com. That's PROF as in Frank, like professor, Tonya, TONYA, Evans, EVANS.com. Right after I finish this live, I will go back and make sure that pop-up is available or on the front screen. In either case, if you go there and you don't see it yet, definitely sign up for the announcements, and I'll be sending that out as well. So finally, we're entering this period where advancements in our field are accelerating rapidly, and in the next 2 years, we're likely to see more change than the past decade. So the big question remains, are you prepared for what's coming? So again, if you're ready to really level up, rise, push past fear, uncertainty, and doubt, get past FOGI. And by getting in now, we're talking about learning more professionally and to figure out how to pivot with purpose and be prepared for what's to come. Head over to proftonyaevans.com, download the white paper. I encourage you to go to wherever books are sold and pick up your copy of Digital Money Demystified. That is for investors, for professionals, to at least get a baseline understanding of the myths, the nuanced conversation around some, the data that actually gives you facts, not fiction. No more carnival barkers, no more naysayers, no more all crypto all the time, no more crypto, no crypto any of the time. And so let's be careful of that. Thank you so much, Lucy, for the congratulations of the book. This is it. This is my baby. And I'm on book tour and doing consulting right now. So if I can be of any assistance to anyone who is listening now, do not hesitate to send me a private message on LinkedIn, and I will follow up with you ASAPidly. In fact, if you're on LinkedIn right now or watching in the future, go ahead and send me a private message if you want the direct link to the white paper, and I can do that immediately. And for others who will see this later, you'll go to proftonyaevans.com and you can download it there as well. Okay, now personally, I want to end on this note as well, because in addition to being professionals, you may have an interest in investing personally. So I want you to ask yourself again, what's the cost of your current financial decisions on your future? And if they're driven either by FOGI or FOMO, I want you to remember that if you want to change what you're getting, you need to change what you're doing. So it really is time to reskill, to level up, to prepare for the seismic shifts in financial technology. And investing in cryptocurrency wisely, I call it prudent crypto investing. And some people push back on that, description, saying that prudent and crypto is like an oxymoron. But I argue I am actually a prudent crypto investor. Personally, I do not invest for other people. I do not teach you how to invest, but I do empower folks with the option, with the tools, with the resources, with the vetted and curated information, so that you can make more informed choices. So investing in crypto really requires you to be prudent. And I'm excited about a checklist that I put together for new investors or investors who perhaps had a bad experience in a bear market cycle or some other thing. You can get that prudent crypto investor checklist at digitalmoneydemystified.com. That's digitalmoneydemystified.com. You can also learn more about my books, my book, and also my courses and training opportunities. But for the prudent crypto investor checklist, I pulled out a few that I think will be most helpful to bring to your attention that you can focus on. Obviously, do your own research. But when I hear people, particularly in the crypto space, saying DYOR without giving you well curated and vetted sources, you might as well, it's not helpful just to say DYOR. What I will say is don't just follow the crowd. Understand the projects that you invest in, their technology, their potential with trusted resources, legitimate sources, not the random bot in your DMs, unsolicited, asking about your portfolio or calling you sir or ma'am with broken English. That's never a good idea, right? But you do want to do your own research. One of the best resources that I share both with my law students and also with members of my Digital Money Demystified membership community and those who have taken courses at advantageevans.com in the past is a free resource, coinmarketcap.com. In fact, for those who are live, I'm going to drop that in the comments, coinmarketcap.com. If you're not on live now, definitely go to LinkedIn and follow me. That will be a great way to interact with me live when I'm recording my solo episodes. And sometimes we'll have guests. Sometimes that will be on LinkedIn. Sometimes you'll have to wait for the episode, but I'm going to be using LinkedIn Live more. So definitely follow me or connect with me on LinkedIn. Number 2, diversify your portfolio. This is something that transcends crypto and just makes sense. Putting all your eggs in one basket is always risky. Putting a majority of your assets into putting all of your eggs in one highly volatile asset class, I should say, is a recipe for disaster. But having a balanced approach to having something that's an emerging asset class that balances out, that's something that has a lower rate of return but is more predictable, that's like portfolio management 101. And so you want to think about diversifying your portfolio and also diversifying within specific asset classes. Also stay informed. You have to keep up with market trends and news. Reliable information is the key to making informed decisions. So where will you look? You can look at Coindesk.com is my favorite and most trusted resource. Also, Yahoo Finance is great. Forbes Crypto is a great outlet as well. Obviously, subscribing to Tech Intersect podcast here, and there are just there's so many resources now. When I first started, it was really difficult, and I made every mistake possible, I assure you. And I want to compress your learning curve time so that you can be better than me and be more successful personally and professionally in this space. Set realistic expectations. This is a volatile market. Volatility isn't a bad thing, but you have to know how to understand and navigate it. So that's really, really important. Be wary of scams. There are many people operating under the title of crypto, not actually involved in crypto. I have talked many times on this podcast and on YouTube. You can go to YouTube to Advantage Evans and subscribe to my channel there and get even more free content. But, and I won't regurgitate all of the details of the Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX and Alameda Research scam, but that wasn't a crypto scam. That was a grifter scam. It was classic 101, Bernie Madoff, Lehman Brothers, etc. And using old technology and old scams under the guise of crypto. So you have to be careful about some of those headlines. But anyway, there still are scams out there. I get scammer DMs all the time. I get some scam text. I get scammer emails. I don't throw out my email. I don't, although I probably should, get rid of my social media, etc. The point is well made. I'm not throwing out my phone because someone texted me to send them, give them a cheeseburger today for a payment some other day, right? And finally, seek professional advice. So, especially if you're new to crypto, talking to a financial advisor who happens to be well versed in this area, and there's so few. That's why there's such a great market opportunity, both for lawyers and for financial professionals to get ahead of this. CPAs, you have to get on top of this. I cannot tell you what challenging experiences come, and I know firsthand. That's a story for another day, because I'll start getting mad if I talk about it. Your CPA better know what the hell he or she is doing, or you will be, your name is at the bottom of that 1040 or whatever. CPAs, get on top of this. Figure out the tools and the skills that you need. Figure out the benefits of HIFO instead of LIFO or FIFO. Like, there's so many things to learn. One of the best resources that I can offer there, and there are more and more, so I am encouraged, but cointracker.io has a free tax, what do they call it? Basically a report. They update it every year. 2023 is up, obviously. There were some things that investors should have done for tax loss harvesting at the end of 2023. This is a new year, but know better, do better. If you didn't get an opportunity to do that, go to cointracker.io. I will have that information as well. Listen, folks, this checklist is just a beginning. In order to start to encourage you to push past FOGI and FOMO, in order to, one, take advantage of the checklist, the free checklist, take advantage of the free white paper, visit advantageevans.com for new learning opportunities, learn more about my book, my membership club at digitalmoneydemystified.com. You will find tools and guides and courses designed to take you from curious to confident, and that is whether you invest or not. I'm not here to convince you to do so, but I am here to empower you and give you the tools and resources to, again, pivot with purpose and to prepare for the new digital economy. Final remarks: don't let fear dictate your financial and professional future on either side of the coin, whether it's FOGI or FOMO. The cure to our fear, since we fear what we don't understand, is knowledge. Knowledge leads to understanding. Understanding leads to wisdom. Wisdom leads to freedom and power. So again, visit advantageevans.com, visit digitalmoneydemystified.com, visit my personal website at proftonyaevans.com. There's something for everyone. There's something for you. I promise you, if I did it as tech adjacent, then you can too. There is lots of opportunity. There are certainly pitfalls. Let's learn how to navigate prudently in the space so that we show up for our family, for our future, and certainly for our clients, our students, and other opportunities. All right. That's all I have for this week. Until next time, be good to yourself and others. Make sure that you subscribe, link in, like, follow, share, all those good things. And I will see you next time. Drop me a note and let me know if you enjoyed this. If you enjoy it, I'll definitely keep doing it. This is a grand experiment here to do Tech Intersect Live, and also to have the video and the audio versions as well across platforms. So thanks so much for your support, and happy new year, new you, and new portfolio.